and we have less of them, of course.
Hang on for 1 second, because it's almost 9:30, and I know Professor Goodman is a stickler for time.
Right.
We feel free to prepare yourself to call in, and with the number that you see on the screen, in 804-915-5202, for the Seeds of Wealth and Wellness. If you have a question for Professor Goodman, Dr. Hayden, and also myself. And while we're waiting for that phone call, there are many people who are involved in a subculture, and there are different subcultures in our society.
Surely.
But specifically the Reentry Society, those that have been incarcerated.
Oh, yes.
Does your organization discriminate against anyone if they've been incarcerated and they want to start a new life?
Well, we always want to help. We will always want to help those persons, and of course, we even have some programs that we work with in our community to help some of those persons. And matter of fact, even today, when I left our area in Montrose, we were working with some persons who had some situations that they gotten out of those some of the institutions and trying to reestablish. And we have a landscaping program to help them to get adjusted.
Dr.
Thank
Hayden,
you.
We have caller. You're on the air.
Thank you. I just want to thank Dr. Hayden for the opportunity that he gave my granddaughter to go to the Minority Law and Research Institute this summer. She really gained a lot of knowledge and had a wonderful campus experience. And we just want to thank him for the opportunity he has given many young students.
Wow.
Dr. Hayden, this is Chloe's grandmother.
Fine. How are you? Great. Chloe is a great young lady. She did a marvelous job. She did a great job with all of her work, and she was superb in the mock trial.
Thank you. I'm so happy to see you. I just saw you the other day, but anyway, I'm glad to see you again in another
Setting.
setting.
Yes. So good to hear from you.
Thank you very much. I just want to show you my appreciation by taking the nerve to call you.
Yes.
I'm a little nervous, but that's okay.
That's great.
okay.
You've done a great work.
Thank you for
Thank you for calling.
Thank you very much. Keep up the good work, Dr. Hayden.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
I wanted to expound on that. So you offer scholarships for individuals to get into college.
For textbooks, really.
For textbooks.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's available online. And I think
Okay.
there's a February 2014 deadline, and it could vary anywhere from $250 to maybe $1,000 scholarship to help with some books.
Okay.
And that's for, you said high school students?
That's for high school
as
students
well as
who
college
are
students?
That's for high school students who have graduated in the first year.
That's and they're going on to college.
Going on to college, right.
So first year college students are
First year college
eligible. They have to. And so what's the criteria for that?
Well, they have to have, of course, the GPA. We say we're trying to help some of the late bloomers. So we say a 2.0. They've got to have that. You know,
Okay.
have 2.0, and they have a financial need. We'll be glad to support them.
Do they have to write a letter or something?
They have to fill out an application. They have to go
Okay.
online and fill out an application.
Okay. And that application can be found on your website?
Website, ourbertaskids.org.
Aunt Berta, AUNTBERTAS.
ourbertaskids.org.
Fantastic.
Right.
Okay. Well, that is truly, truly wonderful, the work that you have done here. Now, go ahead.
Can you
Professor
go
Goodman.
back to, because you were talking about the incarcerated or persons with criminal histories, and you were talking about a landscaping program. So can you elaborate?
Well, we
some on
have a program at our church facility where we have landscaping, flowers, and that kind of thing. And we have some of the persons who have gotten into difficulty and who have moved on from the institutions back to the community. And of course, they need sometimes place to stay, they need work, and that's very difficult. And so we try to provide work there for persons who have been incarcerated to move themselves back into the community and the world of work. And so they've done landscaping, they've done painting, just a number of things of that nature to help them to get focused.
Interesting. We had a young lady on last week. Her program is called Return to Hope, and she
Yes.
works with persons who have been who have interfaced with the criminal justice system, and so it is her purpose and goal to help them to identify resources so that they can become productive members of society.
Yes,
again.
that's very important.
And I want to iterate that at the Seed Institute and also at Love Outreach Church, you empower people on Sundays and Thursdays who have been through the criminal justice system, who are involved in reentry or transition. You know, being incarcerated in the criminal justice system is one thing, but I know that you and Dr. Hayden, also some people are incarcerated and have never been through the criminal justice
Well,
system.
I was going to say that because for many of us, we are incarcerated in our minds. Our minds are enslaved.
Right, mindset.
We don't want to do it another way. We don't want to learn anything else. We're perfectly content the way we are. And so,
And that's what's so good, wonderful about not only Love Outreach, the Seed Institute, but Aunt Berta's Kids Education Foundation.
Yes.
You are preparing an opportunity for the individuals to go through this program and to divert the criminal justice system, because
That's right.
education is a wonderful way
Yeah.
to free a person.
Yes, it's one of the great keys to success.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, do you have a specific focus at your church, Dr. Hayden? Now, some of the pastors have a teaching anointing. Some of them have a preaching anointing. Some of them have a prosperity anointing. Some of them have a holistic program. What do you feel as you are communicating from the pulpit? What are you sharing? What are the gifts that you're sharing with your congregation?
Well, we're sharing the gift of health, wellness, prosperity, and the importance of work, particularly to the young people, how important work is, and that, instead of being asking for handouts, you need to work for what you receive. And we preach that work ethic of health, prosperity. And we say without a vision, the people perish. And so we try to plant a vision, and education is a part of that vision, not only for the church, but for the community. And of course, I've had the opportunity to do that for a long time, helping students get into college and being successful. Okay. And then, of course, Educational Pathways magazine has also played a big role in that. And that was founded back around 1997. And that magazine highlights the historically black colleges and issues that are unique to African American and Hispanic students. And preparing them for college, talk about how to prepare for college, how to set priorities, time management, how to deal with stress, and how to select your majors, how to get your financial aid, how to get the money that you need to go to college. That book does all of that, talks about all of those kind of things.
So a person that is considering going to school, so this is a high school student, at what point should a student begin thinking about and preparing for college?
Well, we tell students not to be like I was when Berta got ready to go with me to college on that year when I was just a few hours away from going over to Virginia Union. So we tell students, matter of fact, that they need to begin in middle school around the fifth grade. And matter of fact, back around in the 1980s, I was taking middle school students to two colleges, and the people couldn't understand it. But it was written up in the Virginia Education Journal of Virginia, and they thought it was a great idea. And even the USA Today wrote a great story on helping middle school students prepare for college.
Now let me ask this question, because many times when I meet young people, it's challenging to engage young people in general.
Yes, it is.
Just challenging to engage them.
Right.
And so the one question I always ask them is, what do you want to be when you grow up? You know what their answer is?
Probably something in the sports arena.
No, it's I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. And
so
sometimes I'm talking to a
12-year-old,
13-year-old, and I say, you don't know what you want to be when you grow up? And so just thinking about that, so if you're preparing them in middle school, like, do they have to have some idea of what they want to be when they go to college, or do they just need to be prepared to go to college?
What we do a program. We have a program called Project Recognition and Self-Esteem, PRASE, but not ISE, but PRASE and Project Praise.
Hang on for one
Okay.
second.
We're going to pick that back up.
Caller, you're on the air.
Okay, yes, my name is Moses Wright, and I'm wanting to ask Dr. Hayden, following congratulations on all of his wonderful work, is how can folks like myself who are in the community and in touch with parents, how can we help parents to be more involved to support their children in the education in their education endeavors. It seems as though we're missing a little something in that area.
Yes.
But what can we, those of us who are in the community, do more of to encourage the parents to be more involved?
Well, I would think, as a former school principal, one of the things we always said was that the school was open to the parents and the people, and education is the people's business. And so we have always been of the idea and the focus that we're there to serve the parents, and that the parents can certainly assist. And of course, we have more rules and regulations now for safety and so forth. But I'm sure if you talk to the PTA or PTSA or the principals of the schools and tell them you want to be a volunteer and you want to work, or you want to set up a college tour program, and we have some of those programs, and I'll be glad to get with you and just involve the parents. Just tell them they need to attend the school, come to the school, not only when their son or daughter may have some difficulties or something, but they just need to be in the school when all is going well and buy into their child's education. Yes. I was at South Carolina State University back when President Obama was running for the presidency, and I went out to interview him, and one of the questions I asked him was about how can parents become involved in the education of their children. And he said the main thing the parents need to do for their children is to help their children learn how to read. And so parent involvement, and getting with the schools and those persons who can assist with that kind of thing is very important.
Thank you very much.
And of course, if you want to talk to me about that, you can reach me at 240-463-0769, or you can go to our website.
Say that number again.
That's 240-463-0769, or you can go to our website, Aunt Berta's, BERTAS, kids.org. And we'll be glad to support you, help you, meet with you, and talk about that concern that you just mentioned to us.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. Wow.
Thank you, Colton.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. I just had a thought and I lost.
We were talking about Project Praise.
Okay, so we'll go back to Project. And thank you, caller, for calling in and asking that great question, because we definitely need to have more parental involvement. And what I was thinking about when you were talking about President Obama, that parents should teach their children to read, and it just made me think about my mother, who really was big on education.
Right.
She didn't get any college degrees, but she reads like 6 newspapers a day. She's 87 years old, but that's what she pushed. Read. Right. And so it's one of my greatest loves is reading.
Right.
So.
And those students who read a lot, even that helps on the SAT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it deals with some of the.
But there are a lot of words
behavior.
on there,
Yeah.
that you'll need to know.
Yeah, reading is one of the things that can help you travel the globe. It's
Right.
the one thing that can take you out of now and put you into a place that you've never been before.
That is exactly true.
So you were telling, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yes, we were talking about Project Recognition and Self-Esteem, Praise, and that program is a program that we also have, and of course we have it in our church community. And matter of fact, we set it up into some of the schools that we were in when we had that program when we were in Charles City and some of the other places. And that program is basically to encourage students to be all they can be and then some, to feel good about themselves, and not only feel good about themselves, but to work, learn how to write, learn good writing skills, learn how to set goals, goal setting, all those things that are so important to helping students to be successful. Learn about the importance of simple things like manners and respect.
Yes.
Just learning how to deal with it, learning how to write an essay,
Yes.
learning how to punctuate that essay,
Wow.
putting in proper focus, learning how to do some role playing on you're going to interview for a job, and this is your favorite job. How are you going to prepare for that? How are you going to dress for that job? How are you going to interview? What question are you going to ask the person who's interviewing you? Those kinds of things are part of Project Praise, helping students to set short-range goals, long-range goals, and all of these things that are so beneficial to helping to propel students on to be all that they can be and then some.
So preparation is really,
Key, one of the
really
keys.
key. And it's like, even when you get there, you still need to be preparing.
That's
so
right.
there is no end to preparation.
That's right. It goes on through
It
life.
goes on throughout our life.
Tell me about, Edna, you have a lot of individuals